behind the sheet. But listen, today we got Boniface Agante. He on here, man. Give you the online game, how he got in the game. How did you get in the game? How old was you? How did you first get into the game of online e-commerce, blogs, all that stuff? How did you get in the game?
First of all, before you tell them how you get in the game, right? How you got in the game, right? I just want to say I seen this motherfucker right here in Africa spend $2 million at the age of 22 years old. That was 4 years ago, right? Yeah. And bought a fleet of trucks. A business set up over in Africa, a fleet of trucks. What were you doing with those trucks, man?
So basically, so where I'm from is West Africa, Liberia. So Liberia have different like fertilizer, palm oil, and all these different things that like just different resources they got there. Right. So basically what ended up happening, how I really got convinced to even do that was basically my dad. Yeah. Cause I've been making money online for a long time. And I've been living my life, just living a laptop lifestyle. That's all we did. So my dad convinced me. He was like, yo, invest in Africa and all of this and all of that. I didn't want to do it. But then when I saw how he was struggling, I was like, damn, I got to help my dad. Cause he was a bus driver. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, so I was like, man, I got to help my dad. Instead of him being here as a bus driver, let me see what I can create in Africa that would make sense. So first he came to me with the idea and stuff like that. He was like, hey, buy one truck or something like that. I'm like, bro, I'm not going to go to Africa for one truck. Like, that's not going to make me go to Africa. Right. So I was like, make it make sense. If we can do at least 250 grand a month, I'll go. I'll be like, all right, let me go to Africa and go there and do, you know what I'm saying? Because I was raised in the United States. I was raised in Minneapolis. Right. So he came with me, the whole proposal and every single thing, found the contracts for all the trucks and all that. He came to me and I said, okay, let's do it. And I pulled the trigger on that and did that with him. That's
what's up, man. I seen you out there. They look at you like, I see how they was greeting you, how they was talking to you. Like, you damn near like Prince Jaffe Jofa out that motherfucker, yeah.
Now, how did you get in the game when you say the laptop? You was operating a laptop with, your homie. Yeah. Help introduce you to the internet. How did it go?
So basically how it went was I used to play basketball. So all my homies used to look up to me.
Did you have a real game?
I could hoop. I could hoop. I could hoop.
No, they be balling the shit out of him, but he could hoop. Yeah.
I could hoop. All right. So my homie was like, yo, Bonnie, I'm making 30 grand a month when I used to work at Costco. He was like, I'm making 30 grand a month online. I'm like, you making 30 grand a month doing what? He was like, bro, I'm making 30 grand a month just creating blogs. I'm like, what blogs? He was like, bro, I literally create these blogs and I put Google ads on the blog and Google paid me. So he showed me his AdSense dollars and all of that. I was like, damn. And this back then. So I tried to dibble and dabble in it, try to see if I could do it because I was working at Costco trying to find something for myself. So what ended up happening, I was like, man, I can't do blogs because I wasn't a great speller. Yeah. It's like, bro, I can't do that. Right. So basically what ended up happening was that I started doing my own research. I did the smartest thing I ever did in my life. I went on YouTube and typed in, how do I make money online? My life changed from there. Yeah. And now everything here is a blessing, bro. You're on some real life. To even think about that right now, and I'm here, you get what I'm trying to say? Like, this whole thing is a blessing. Like, when I'm here, me here right now, bro, is not who I used to be. Right. You get what I'm saying? And it's just shit. Like, who I used to be, bro, I was a regular guy just trying to figure his life out. And then look how far it came.
What's the first move you made online? What did you sell or what did you create? You created an online store.
So basically, I created an online store with just selling like heels and accessories.
And was you putting ads on it?
Yeah, I was putting ads on it. So I was using Facebook ads. So this when Facebook just started really making advertisers come on their platform, like how TikTok is doing now. Mm-hmm. So Facebook, I literally used to spend like $5 a day on Facebook ads and started making sales. I literally got in the game with like spending like $200 back then. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because it was a new ad source.
And now you just gave up some game. TikTok is the new ad source.
Oh, TikTok is going crazy. TikTok is
Talk about it.
So TikTok is literally like how Facebook used to be. Like, Facebook is really complicated. For an average consumer to really learn how to do Facebook ads, you really got to focus on it. But with TikTok, you could literally create a campaign. You could literally create a campaign literally less than freaking 10 minutes. And you don't got to do all the finding interests and stuff like that, like how Facebook is. You don't got to do that. You literally can create a campaign, bam. You start making some sales if you got a good ad creative.
What's an ad creative?
Ad creative is basically the video the consumer's going to see on their screen. So that's the ad creative.
Oh man, dude, how you go about getting them done? There's people that specialize in making them, or you make them?
I mean, you could just hold this for me. And then she would hold it for me, and I'll just record 6 videos and just, bam, I got my ads.
Oh, so if the people coming to you, right, you on here, and you're going to get people the game on online store, so
Yeah.
they come to you. What are some of that, some of the cheat codes of having an online store, and so how do you set it up?
So you got to use there's different type of platforms you can use to set it up. So the first thing you can use is Shopify. Shopify literally broke the barrier entering the Korean online stores. You can use Shopify to set it up. And when you use Shopify, that's your website. Now, the next thing that you need to do,
You got to get a domain name first.
yeah, you can get it, but Shopify has a thing where you can actually get a domain name when you create a Shopify store.
So
Yeah.
everything right there. How much is a Shopify store?
I mean, Shopify is like, they got cheap entries, like $33.
But they have actually add all the other apps and other things.
Yeah,
to it.
you can add all the
keep
other,
going up.
it goes up. But that stuff don't matter if you know how to run ads. Because let's say like how I was getting started and I spent like $200 on ads. Within that month, all the apps costs didn't even matter because I was making over 20 grand.
Right.
So none of that stuff mattered. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really, when I was first getting started, I was just trying to hustle to try to do something. You get what I'm saying? So basically, I didn't care about how much the app costs. I didn't care about how much this costs. I just saw people was making money with it, and I was willing to get started doing it and figure it out.
Right. And you going to show people and teach people how to do that.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to teach people. So basically, what I'm going to teach people is basically how to set up an online store, how to literally find the products, how to literally advertise the products, and how to build a team. Because a lot of people don't realize when you create business, the most important thing with business and anything is a team. The reason why I was able to scale my business because I got a proficient team. My team works. They get stuff done. So I'm going to help you build a structure so you can have a team like that that's going to actually get the job done for you. And you're not just going to have people just being there.
Damn. So at the end of the day, this is what I need to know.
Yeah.
Has it changed dramatically since you stepped in your time of entry and now, like, with ads, like, if a person got money for ads, like how much more is the ads? I understand you got TikTok, but what about the other platforms that you can advertise your stuff on?
So other platforms, it's all about what product you're selling. Every platform has, like if I'm running a product on Facebook ads, right? And I know Facebook ad cost is higher. I'm probably going to sell a more expensive product because then I will have more room to make more profit. So it's all about what platform you want to push your product on.
Do
so
you
if you
teach that?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. We'll go over all of that. We'll go over, hey, you want to use TikTok, you can sell low ticket product. You want to use Facebook, it's better for you to sell high ticket products because they're more expensive now than they used to be. Instagram is kind of the same, but you got to sell high ticket product with Instagram and Facebook. TikTok is a younger audience, so you want to sell lower ticket products.
You maximize.
That makes sense because kids can spend less money.
Exactly.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Now, how long did it take for you to hit when you entered the game? Because a lot of times people be discouraged. You got people that got great ideas. They got to drive. You got people that probably got stores that they want to set up. But sometimes you get discouraged because it's like, how long this shit going to take? How long did it take you? And how long could it take? I'm just saying for anybody, if they apply the right ads and all that stuff, how long do it take for them to start making like $1,000?
Everything in life is about focus.
Okay.
So if a person gets started, any business you start in 30 days, you can make something happen of it. But are you focused to make those things happen of it? So for a person to get started, when I started getting success within the first month. Within the first month, I started making like $10,000, $20,000 a month. Just the first month of me getting started.
And what would you selling? Just the heels?
I was selling accessories first. Chokers, that's when that choker stuff used to be out.
Yeah.
I used to wear the chokers and I would wear
No, but see now, people reach out to you. You know what I mean? Boniface and Gante, they're gonna go to your Instagram, DM you, and then
It's on the screen right there.
See, and then what's gonna happen from there? You're gonna get with them, and
So basically what happens is that if you DM me on Instagram, we have an offer right now that we're pushing. So basically we have a DFOI offer. So instead of you going out there trying to build your own online store, my team can actually build it for you. Because you don't gotta go try to find a product. You don't gotta hire the team. You don't got to do nothing. And my team can literally build the team and give you help you set up a store that's already going to be proficient. And then you can learn how to manage the store by working with my team. And it's your store. You just giving us, it's like our agency. You're just telling us, hey, I want you to build my store for me and pay us, and then we do it for you.
All right, now let me ask you a question. Like, how do you get the products? And when you do get the products, are you drop shipping? Is they going from the warehouse to the plate? Like, how do the shipping go?
So it's all based on the clientele that we're working with. Some people they have a warehouse and they ship their products, but 90% of people, what we do is that they just drop ship. We can literally get the product from AliExpress and list it on the store. Then we can start running ads for them to their store.
And then next thing you know, Ali just shipping it out.
Yes. So there's vendors in China. So we have relationships with people in China that basically ship the product to the customers overseas. So as soon as somebody go to your store and buy the product, our vendor in China gets the alert and it ship the product to your customer. So all you're doing is drop shipping. You're basically being a middleman.
And all you're doing is marketing.
And all we're doing is marketing, exactly.
You just market. That shit just run up.
And you just run, yep.
What's the best month you had online?
Best month I had online. In my business?
Yeah.
The best month I had online was 1.4 million.
You were selling all type of stuff.
Selling all type of stuff.
Look at him. He think he a real African prince now. That's why.
He said, man, I was
Man,
selling
your
all type.
royal balls is clean, Your Highness. Yes.
And so tell the people.
You never see Coming to America, man.
I see it Coming to America.
The fucking Prince Hakeem, right?
Legendary.
It was legendary.
Boniface, tell them, before we get up out of here, tell them everything they need to know, man, and why they should be getting with you, man, how to get at you, man, and what you're going to do to change their life.
All right, first thing first, let me give you guys 5 principles of success, right? Because this is the number one thing that changed my life, right? At the end of the day, I was a guy who was living in Minnesota that didn't have nothing for himself. And now I'm here today. I've changed my family life and I've changed my life. There's 5 secrets to wealth creation that you have to understand. Once you understand this, anything you want to achieve in your life, you can achieve it. The first one is who you listen to. You have to listen to somebody who have what you want and has been where you are, because that person can show you the process they went to get to exactly where they're at. A lot of people out there are listening to the wrong people. That's why they haven't achieved that success. Then there's a second basic. It's your teachability index. Your teachability index is your willingness to learn times your willingness to accept change. A lot of people are willing to learn, but they're not willing to change. So anyone could bring information to you, but are you going to be willing to change to be able to achieve that success that they bring into you? Then it's the third base, it's your training balance skill. It's 90% of your thinking and 10% of your action. A lot of people, the reason why they don't achieve success in their life is because they're working so hard. Success is not about working, it's about thinking. Because once you think it through, you can process it through your action. People who work 9 to 5 jobs, they're working. It's about thinking. That's how success is bring. Then after, there's 4 phases of learning new information in life. Because a lot of people get discouraged when it comes to learning something new. So number 1, it's called unconscious incompetent. Unconscious incompetent means that you don't know what information out there exists, which means all of us, we don't know stuff exists. I'm sure you guys didn't know how to create a podcast and all this years ago, right? You didn't know this stuff exists. So basically, then the second phase is conscious incompetent, which means you know it exists, but you don't know how to do it, which is fine because we all know stuff exists and we don't know how to do, right? Then the next phase is conscious competent. Conscious competent means that you know it, you're applying it, and you're doing it. Then there's the next phase, which is called unconscious competent, which means you can do it on autopilot. So what I'm trying to say is that in life, those are the 4, and the 5th basic is mastering the fundamentals with anything. But that's the 5 thing a person really have to understand for them to achieve success in their life. Because if they're listening to the wrong people, how do you think they're going to achieve that success? From the time I was 20, I was like 19 years old. I struggled before then, but I've never struggled again because I knew the principle of success. Right. I got to find people who's doing what I want to do and just listen to that person and let them guide me.
All right, well, tell them how they can contact you.
So how you guys can contact me is straightforward. So you can literally go and follow me on Instagram, or you can follow me on YouTube. Lady drop content all the time. I'm mostly active on Instagram, but I'm going to be active more on YouTube. And if you want to work with me, just DM me on Instagram, online store.
Listen, man, that was another episode of $1 million worth of game business spotlight. Get with my man Boniface Agante, and it's just like that.
Right. Yeah.